Hi everyone, Ray here with another project management tip. Let's look at 5 tips to help project leaders manage and handle issues more effectively. So let's go. Ever work on a project where there were constant issues, things were constantly going wrong? Maybe the organization says they're always in firefighting mode. I'm sure you've encountered some of those, right? So here are some tips to both avoid getting into this state and effectively handling the issues if you do. So number one, have a robust risk management process. Issues are simply risks that have happened. So proactively identifying potential issues up front can help you avoid or manage them. So if you work in an organization that doesn't do risk management, but they have a lot of risks, you need to help them understand that there really are risks. These are what are causing all their issues, right? And that it would be beneficial to have risk management in place, right? That way they'd be better able to handle it. Second is to have a robust risk response planning process in place. A robust process helps you effectively handle the potential previously identified issues that do occur, right? So it'll help you more easily form strategies. And in the process, you'll also be able to better handle some issues that maybe weren't identified up front, but you now know some strategies for managing them. Right? So make sure there is a good process in place for that as well. That'll really help, again, when unknowns happen, when the unidentified risks happen. And you also want to make sure that you've got sound plans in place, that you've made good decisions so that you don't have to backtrack and redo things and backtrack and redo things again, because that's how you quickly get into firefighting mode, making snap decisions that are incorrect. And you have to go back and remake the decision and you make it wrong again and so on. You get caught in that loop. And that's what causes firefighting mode for a lot of organizations. Third, learn a lesson from bank and airline customer service. Now, when I was growing up, bank and airline customer service always had multiple queues. You went to the bank and there was a queue in front of every teller. But somewhere during the 1950s and the 1960s, studies showed that it was more effective to have one line, that people got served faster if they queued in one line and then the next person went to whoever the next available person was. So that's why when you go to an airline support desk or ticket counter or a gate desk, there's always one queue. That's why when you go to the bank, unless you have a special function like a safety deposit box, chances are you're just going into one queue and you're going to see the next available teller, right? So take a lesson from them. Avoid the temptation of having multiple issues lists, right? Prioritize the issues and assign each in turn to the next available resources, right? That's the most effective way of handling it. Fourth, insert new issues in their priority order, right? Don't try to just queue them up out of priority. Briefly review the top issues regularly. Make sure the priorities are still valid and that the issues still exist, and make sure that new things get positioned accordingly. That way you're not going to fall behind if something trivial and unimportant got taken care of and yet you had a critical risk or some sort of threat that had to be handled right away, but you postponed it because you did some small amount of unimportant work instead. So review the priorities regularly, make sure new ones are put into priority order. 5, the benefits of these tips are that experience and research has shown that as the lists of issues, bugs, defects, customer problems, whatever they are, shrinks, customer satisfaction rises. Customer satisfaction goes up. Customers have a tolerance for a great many things. They may not say anything if one or two issues impact them, but if there are 10 minor things that are impacting me, I'm probably going to get angry at some point. I'm sure many people would, right? Because they feel that their needs aren't being addressed. They're not getting what they've paid for, perhaps. So make sure you reduce those lists. Don't let them grow. Tackle them in an appropriate way, and you're going to see increased customer satisfaction as a result. So thanks again for joining me for another tip. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon for another project management tip. Take care, everyone.